Paul, first thing to say, that's the unbeaten run continues.
Yeah, it's listen, in games like that you have to take any positives you can out of it, because I don't think it was a great spectacle of football. Probably two teams who cancelled each other out a little bit. I think probably in the second half, I think we've had the better opportunities, particularly from set plays. There's two absolutely fantastic deliveries from Owen Moxon. But on the other side of it, I've just watched them back before I've come over, and credit to their defenders. They got all over our players. They blocked them. They grappled with them. And unfortunately, when that happens and the referee doesn't give free kicks or penalties, then there's not a lot you can do about it, and you have to give credit to them for the way they defended.
Another positive, I suppose, is the fact that it looked like we had another gear, even though we didn't quite find it. It looked like there was somewhere else we could have gone, even though it didn't happen today.
Yeah, I said that at half-time, that we got through the first half, which, we were still involved in it, and the first half was a bit of a non-event, but sometimes you have to get through that first bit to play the second bit, and that was how it felt today. I felt as if we could just have increased our tempo and stepped it up maybe 10-15%. I think we would have had enough to have got a result. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened, but I think they're a good side then. In terms of, I think they're a side that's been put together that will get results. I think they're a real threat from set plays, and I've got to say, on Tuesday I complained about the way we defended, but I thought we defended set plays really, really well today. Long throw-ins in the first half when Knowles was on, corners, free kicks, I thought they stuck to their task and did it really, really well. And that's possibly, I'm trying to think now, that's probably their biggest threat from today. I don't think Thomas has had many saves, if any, to make from it. So that's a bonus for us. And it's a point, and we move on for the next one.
Same again during the game. If we haven't quite got the spark, you look to provide it by making changes, be that with personnel or team shape.
Yeah, we tried to change it a little bit, in a little bit of a shape at half-time to start with. And then I always felt today was going to be about energy and having a spark about us. Unfortunately, we didn't have that spark, but we had enough out there to get us a point. And maybe if we'd have had a spark, maybe we would have got the 3 out of it. So I'm not really down about it. I'm not as angry about it as I was on Tuesday night at Harrogate. I just think it was one of them games where both teams probably didn't do enough to deserve 3.
What do you say to them at half-time when it isn't quite clicking in the way that you and they want it to?
Well, I just said to them, I made a little bit of a change to how we wanted our front players to set up, thinking that might just give us a little bit of an edge. And we got into some good areas at times, but we didn't do enough to go and get the 3 points. The big thing I said to them was, we're still in the game and we have to just increase it a little bit. And it was just one of them days where we didn't really seem to, although we huffed and puffed, we didn't do enough to go and win the game, and it was a bit of a, it was a bit of a stop-start, just a non-event of a game at times, unfortunately.
And you mentioned cancelling each other out. Defensively, we made sure we did that. That's got to be something that pleases you, the fact that we've not given too much away.
Oh, no, without a doubt. These are a team that's on a good run of form, and we've denied them, well, certainly for a start, any goals. We've denied them any real clear opportunities because of the way we've defended. We've looked strong as a team in that regard. I just think with the forward players that we've got and the creativity that we've got in the team, we just didn't do enough when we had the ball to be able to cause them as many problems as I would have liked.
Probably the best chance of the game comes with that chance bang on the stroke of half-time there. That would have made a difference.
It's a really good chance. Good play. Taylor got into a great position. Just has to. The big thing I always say is work the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, he hasn't worked the goalkeeper. He's got a lovely clean strike on it. He probably hit it harder than he needed to. He needed a little bit more care. And that was one of the things we talked about before the game, which I wanted as an improvement from the other night, was taking more care on the ball, whether that be in a simple pass, whether that be in the final third with a cross, whether it be a finish. On that occasion, we didn't take the care that was needed to work the goalkeeper. And, we just got to accept that these things happen. And unfortunately for Taylor, it didn't hit the target.
So with the run that we're on, does this make it a good couple of weeks? Or are you one of those? Are you looking at it in this situation thinking, we could have been a bit better off at the moment?
I know we should have been better off. sadly we're not, and we just have to get on with it now. There's no point looking back at it. I'll watch the game back and we'll review it as we always do, but we can't get strung up about it. You know, we've just said in the change room that, you know, it might turn out to be a good point, because on other occasions we may have lost this game today against a big physical Walsall side. We've both sort of traded some half blows, maybe slaps as opposed to punches, ready for the next one in a couple of weeks' time. Hopefully it will be a better game of football, and hopefully we can finish off those half chances we had.
I was going to say, does it do anything for the FA Cup game? Does it give you any insight into that game at all with what's happened today?
Not really, no. I mean, you know, we obviously both sets of staff will be able to go away and review the game and try and work out where they can be better for the next one, because it'll come round very, very quickly. For me, it's a case of putting this one to bed and getting ourselves ready for Salford next weekend, and we'll do our preparation properly for that game, and hopefully get a result which makes this a really good point today, and then we'll concern ourselves with the FA Cup after that.
Stretch and Deno back on, and they look like they're over their issues that they had.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they haven't gone away, their issues, and there's a couple of times where the ball was bouncing between Stretz and defenders, and you could see he was still a little bit tentative going for things, because that sort of issue doesn't disappear. Deno's is a neural issue which hasn't disappeared overnight. You know, he's been treated this week to get him into a state where he's ready to play, but we're starting to get more and more bodies back, which is really good. You know, today I've had to leave Sonny Hilton out of the 18. We've got Ben Barkley, we've got Dev, Duncan Iden wasn't involved today. Joel Senior is going to keep building his fitness. So we are getting a really strong group of players, which is what I wanted at the start of the season. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more luck on that side.
How many of those might be involved on Tuesday night?
There'll be a few of them, not all of them. They won't all play, because I want to have the right training group for this week for our training sessions as well. So Jamie Devitt will play. We've got a little bit of an issue with Gabe Breeze at the moment with a slight injury. I don't know whether he's going to be fit, so if he's not fit, Mick Kelly will play. We're just going to have to wait and see. We'll see Monday. We'll count everybody, see who's fit, and see who's we've had a group that's trained today. We'll see whether there's been any reaction from that, and then we'll decide for Tuesday night.
Last one from me, Paul. How are the lads? Are they feeling like it's been a good period, or are they frustrated that they haven't turned it into the points that they probably feel they should have had?
Well, I haven't really discussed that tonight with them, if I'm going to be really honest with you, but I know that the noises that I could hear out, they were frustrated that we hadn't got 3 points out of that today. I don't know whether they felt as though whether we deserved 3 points, but I know there was noises that showed me there was a frustration. But that's a good sign. That's a good sign that they want to demand it. And I've just said that, you know, Monday morning we come back in, we start again. We've had a good start to the season. We're in a decent position. But it's about getting through this spell. When you start a season, you have all the enthusiasm that goes with that first period and the new season and early games and this cup competitions and these different things. You have the end of the season where there's all the excitement of what can and can't be achieved. You have to get through these mid-season months, the cold Novembers where it's raining and the pitch is a bit heavy on training days, and it's a bit of a grind for November, December, January. We are really fortunate to be professional football. It's a grind in November, December, January when you're in a normal day-to-day job. We have to appreciate where we are and be really, really professional. Get ourselves through these tough months, ready to go and have a proper finish to the season.